Well, what are you going to do about this stock?
I'm keeping it. I'm going down with the ship.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Aitx. I did not make a video yesterday mainly because there was not much to talk about, and I wanted to wait and see what the share price was going to do more than anything. As I predicted, we were going to have a green close yesterday, which is exactly what happened. That is what we anticipated. Either that or bleeding, which we got that green candle close. I told you buyers like to step in. This is just a pattern with AITX. It has its first sell-off. Buyers buy the dip the day of the sell-off. And then more buyers step in the next day. We get a nice green candle close. Then that's usually followed by more bleeding. We'll see what happens moving forward. Again, unless Steve Reinhardt is going to drop some major PRs here, then the momentum eventually will subside and we will come down and bleed slowly but surely. We haven't been barcoding in a while, but I do believe we'll get there. We'll eventually barcode. Eventually people will lose interest and we'll just start barcoding at wherever the bottom is going to be. That's usually where it barcodes when it starts bottoming out. And that's what we're waiting for. I can be patient. Today it's not really even moving much. It's up, what, 6%? Which is to be expected. Where's the buying pressure? I don't know where it is. Maybe end of day we get some buying pressure, but hey, look, I'm not going to complain. As long as it bottoms out somewhere, I'm there for it. We did get a piece of PR here. Nothing significant to move the share price, but this is something that kind of caught me off guard because most companies, hell, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I was running a company, I would not pass on no savings. If anything, I would charge you more. Like, oh, see, inflation, and oh my God, these parts are just so much more expensive. But in reality, they're not. And I would just charge you more, if anything. But hey, you know, AITX likes to be different. AITX, RAD passes production savings onto customers with updated pricing for RIO solar-powered security towers. You know, most companies don't, they'll charge you $8 for a bag of chips now instead of the usual, at least $5, but no, $5 footlongs, that's not a thing anymore. What are they now, like $10 or $20? I don't know, they're ridiculous prices out there. And these guys are doing the opposite. They're like, you know what, let's bring it down. Pricing move expected to further accelerate RAD's penetration in the mobile surveillance unit marketplace. Customers will enjoy 12%. Let me zoom in because this is a touch screen laptop. Customers will enjoy a 12% reduction on RIO 360 and 14% reduction on RIO 180. By passing these savings on to customers, RAD reinforces its commitment to becoming one of the largest suppliers of towers, complete with RAD technology and fast-growing market segment. Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine Apple being like, hey, we're going to sell our iPads even cheaper than last year and the year before. That would be great if iPads cost less every year that they come out with a new one, but that's not how it works. See, is there any company that would be like marijuana stocks deciding, hey, we're going to charge you less for our marijuana. Don't worry about it, guys. We're just passing the savings on to you. Who does that? No one does that. It's all about the money at the end of it. Businesses are all about the bottom line. Sure, we see some specials going on here and there, but not an overall reduction like AITX is doing right now. 1,000 units is not a big deal. I think 10,000, you got to think bigger. 10,000, if they get hit with a big order, whew. And that's it. That's about it for the article. It kind of just keeps repeating itself and a lot of copy and paste towards the bottom. I think someone sent me a message on Twitter. Someone sent me a message, or X, or whatever you want to call it, asking me what the biggest threat to AITX is. I don't know how to answer that, but let me see if I can pull up the charts here. But yeah, the biggest threat to AITX, for me personally, I don't think we should be concerned with the balance sheet or the financials. I think the company will clean. They said they're dedicated to cleaning up the balance sheet, so I'm gonna believe them because they've been following through on everything, unlike Aitx. But I think the biggest threat to shareholders, more than anything, that's such a that question had me stumped a little bit. Like, what is the biggest threat to this? The biggest threat, it really is the uplist. The uplist is do or die. If you uplist and the company can be doing great, but if the price gets beat down back under $1, and it just has to reverse split to stay on the higher exchange, that's what kills a stock. Ultimately, not the stock. The stock stays around, the company stays around, but it kills shareholders. That's a better way to put it. The stock and the company stay around, but it just the reverse splits to stay on the higher exchange. It destroys shareholders. I think that's the biggest threat, and I think that's my answer to that. But the share price, like I said, you can see on this run here, 300% run from 002 to 006. You'll notice we had our first sell-off here. People bought the dip. Next day, green candle close. And I'm sure people got excited, like, oh my God, green day. And then that's usually followed by buyers are just nowhere to be found and sellers just slowly bleed it out. And that's why I'm saying I'm going to wait. I'll wait for either 003, 0025. If not, wait for wherever. It's going to barcode at some. We haven't been barcoding in a while. It will barcode at some point, and that's going to be our bottom. We did barcode here, so I'll be waiting for the barcoding price action. Once we get that, that's probably where I'm going to add a position, and then I'll add a bigger position somewhere else. We'll see. What strategy I use depends entirely on how the price is going to move from here, because this is unexpected from Aitx to have this kind of movement and breakout. Where did this get rejected at? Where's the 5? The RSI is still toasty. The volume has been, let me look at the volume on the daily. Whoa, the volume is absolutely pitiful right now. Absolutely pitiful volume. Absolutely pitiful. Let me see the average here. Where's Aitx? Where's Aitx? Right here. Let's look at the volume. No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have this on your charts, but on Street Smart Edge, you can look at the Aitx volume for the day. So far, 61.5 million. But the average for the past 5 days has been 266 million. And the stock market closes in about 3 hours because it's 12:09 p.m. Central Time, my time. So it's been kind of pitiful with the volume. Other than that, I think I'm just going to buy one of barcodes. Company's looking great. If you're interested in this stock, I would just wait for the bottom. If you're interested in long-term investments for this, I'd be careful. Just be wary of the reverse split in the future, or the reverse merger, or whatever they're going to do to uplist. That's going to be the biggest threat. I think that's my answer to that question. The biggest threat will be the uplist. It's a good thing, but it's also like, it's a big threat. Like, if we get beat over the head, it's going to hurt everyone. And no one's going to want to touch it. No one. This is what, let me show you that before I go. This is what happens when a stock gets beat over the head. The shareholders already in it that bought for the long term or get absolutely shagged, to put it that way, and no one wants to buy the stock because why would I buy something that just continues to get destroyed? And so because there's no interest in it, I mean, the stock continues to exist. Sure, it does continue to exist. It will have its, pops, like Mullen does have its pops, but it's just never going to recover. As you can see here, this thing has just been tanking. It just keeps going down. And that is the worst thing that can happen. That is the biggest threat. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying to you. That is the biggest threat, in my opinion. If you think there's a bigger threat than that, let me know, but I just can't think of anything. I don't think we have to worry about the company going down under. I think their financials, I think they'll be fine. So I don't see really a big threat other than this. That's it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.